In this video, I will solve this system of linear equations by graphing. So the first equation, which I'll do in red, is y is equal to 2x plus 10. That's in slope-intercept form. I know it's y equals mx plus b. So I know that the m value, the slope value, is 2, and the b value, the y-intercept, is 10. So from this, I can graph it pretty quickly. I just need 2 points. Now, 1 point's the y-intercept, 0, 10. So there's my first point right there. I know it's a positive 2 slope, so it's going up. That's equal to 2 divided by 1, or negative 2 divided by negative 1. Since there's no additional room to go up, I'll have to come back down this way towards the lower left. So I'll go negative 2 on the y, change in x is negative 1, negative 2 on the y, negative 1, negative 2y, negative 1x, and I can get as many points as I want to get a fairly straight line. I'll just want to make sure before I graph this line that the line's in the correct place. I can see that it's straight, but is it in the correct place? Well, I can just substitute in 2 points off this line into this equation. If it makes it true, the line is in the correct place. I've drawn it correctly. So I'll go ahead and do y is equal to 2x plus 10. Check a second point, y equals 2x plus 10. I need to make sure I don't make the mistake of switching x and y around. So I'll make sure x goes in for x and y goes in for y. One ordered pair here. Let's go with negative 4, 2, negative 4, 2, when x is negative 4, y is 2. And I'll go ahead and do negative 5, 0, negative 5, 0. So I'll put y in for y. Again, this is y, this is x, this is y, this is x. So when y is 0, x should be negative 5. And when y is 2, x should be negative 4. This equation becomes 0 equals negative 10 plus 10 is 0. That works. This equation becomes 2 equals 2 times negative 4 is negative 8, and negative 8 plus positive 10 is 2. So my line's in the correct place. Now I just need to draw it perfectly straight, which I am not going to do without a straight edge, but I'll try to get it fairly close with the points I've already drawn and put arrowheads on it. So I've got my first line drawn correctly. Now I'll follow similar steps with this second line, which I'll do in green. Except this line is in standard form. That's ax plus by equals c. And unlike slope-intercept form, in which the m tells me slope and the b tells me that the y-intercept, individually, a, b, and c, the values of those three variables, tell me nothing about the line. So I have a couple of ways I can graph this fairly quickly. It's in standard form. Usually for me, the easiest way to graph standard form is just to make a little table, make an xy table, and I'll find the x and y intercepts. I'll find the value of y when x equals 0, and I'll find the value of x when y equals 0, because all I need to make a straight line is 2 points. So when x equals 0, this equation here becomes 2 x's plus 3 y's is equal to 6. This is 0. 0 plus 3y is just 3y. Get 3y equals 6. Divide both sides by the coefficient of y, and I get y is equal to 2. So I have my first point, 0, 2. Now for this point here, I'll do the same thing, except I'll substitute 0 in for y. So I get 2x plus 3y's is equal to 6. 2x plus 0 is equal to 6. Divide both sides by the coefficient, and I know x is equal to 3. So I can just plot those 2 points. Again, making sure that I don't switch x and y around. So it's when x is 0, y is 2. And when x is 3, y is 0. So I have my 2 points. If I wanted to have more points, which would be good, so I can see where it crosses up here, I can just count down slope. Excuse me. So I'm going back 3 on the x, 1, 2, 3 on the x, up 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2. There's the point of intersection. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, point of intersection. draw this fairly close. Connect the dots as best I can without a straight edge. And now I can see the solution to my system is when x is -3, y is 4. The solution is -3, 4. And I could then substitute in -3 for x, 4 for y into both equations and make sure I'm right. So my first equation becomes y is equal to 2x plus 10. The second equation is 2x plus 3y equals 6. Make sure I put -3 in for x, -3 goes in for x, -3 goes in for x, 4 goes in for y, 4 goes in for y, 4 goes in for y, and I get 4 equals -6 plus 10, which does indeed equal positive 4. Or you get -6 plus 12 is equal to 6, and that also is true. If you want the practice of using your properties of equality to solve equations, we could just solve this equation for y, and that would give us slope-intercept form. And if you don't have that skill fully mastered, or you just need to maintain mastery, that's a good one to practice. That's a skill that will keep coming up useful over and over again in mathematics. So I'll go ahead and do it right here. I have 2x plus 3y is equal to 6. To solve for y, at some point I'll have to zero out this 2x, and at some point I'll have to divide by this 3. The order doesn't particularly matter. All that matters is if you're going to divide by 3 first, I'll switch colors here, make sure you remember you're dividing each side by 3. We're going to take a third of each side, and that gives us 2/3 x. It's distributive property. We distribute 1/3 to both the 2x and 1/3 to 3y, plus y equals, and 6/3 is equal to 2. Then I can just subtract, I'm running out of room here, I can just subtract or add the opposite of 2/3 x to both sides. I'll go ahead and add it. So I'll add the opposite of 2/3 x to the right side and to the left side, or in this case left side and the right side, plus -2/3 x. And I get y is equal to -2/3 x plus 2. Then to graph that, I'd first graph the y-intercept right there. The slope is -2/3. I go down 2/3, then down 2/3, or I can go back 3 up 2, and I still get the same line I got previously just by doing the x and y-intercept. So make sure you practice solving systems of equations by graphing, as well as solving systems of equations by substitution and elimination methods. And if you haven't been practicing solving equations using properties of equality, make sure you practice that too.